on the side, said I got. Nope, that's not the confession. First of all, let me say this. Trump sends in troops to Iran. What's next? And I hope you guys can hear me because this is the best that I can do. So let me know if you can hear me and let me know how we're looking right now. Probably got a little bit of echo going on. We have changed the set. Sometimes you got to just jump into it and do it. So we're going to be telling you guys right now, this is going to be an experiment at the same time as we're doing Purple Sunday, you guys. Let's get into it. Let me fix this camera. Had to give myself extra time. Oh boy, let me see what we're working with over here. I think the worst case scenario is going to be that the camera might shake a little bit. And yeah, you guys can see I'm a little bit nervous already. Already see my hand shaking, right? Like, what is he shaking so much for? I get like that when I really want to perform a certain way. And also when this is like our first time using this set, I am very nervous about how we looking. So yeah, just bear with me for a second while I get all this stuff together. You know, I always need to take that extra time. Maybe I'm being a little too hard on myself, huh? But maybe I could bring it down a little bit more. Wait a minute, let's see. I want to see what we see there. We got the top of his head. We got that going on over there. What do we got? We got that other Bugatti over in the corner. A little bit more. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Get over to the way that, what's my homegirl's name there? She always likes when it's dun, 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 dun. Up, 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 up and away, up and away like that right there. She likes when it's like that. I actually kind of like that better too. Let's see if we can get it in the right place though. All right, Bugatti, you trying. So we gotta turn that part there, where we got back there. That's the back part with homegirl. What's her name? Jasmine Crockett. She gotta go up a little bit. Where you at, Jazz? You wanna go up a little bit for your boy? I guess I gotta do it that way to get that to go up. How you guys doing this morning? Like I said, we have a brand new set right now. This is the last part of what I have to get done. But I did not have a chance to go out yesterday because we're preparing for the snowstorm. So I'm not even gonna make no excuses. We're gonna rock with what we got. Go ahead and come on in and do your thing, y'all. Let's go. It's 5:54. We're gonna just take what we got, what we gotta do. We're gonna call this under construction our bottom line. Don't mean to be all up on y'all like that. Excuse me, people. I think that's going to be pretty good. The problem I'm having is the monitor that I'm using is crooked, so I can't tell. But you know what? I think that's going to be good for us for the day. I'm not even going to hold y'all. We good. We going to rock like that. I'm happy. That was one scary thing that I was dealing with. I don't know if you guys can notice. Let me look over here. Good morning, Batty Lynn. Grand Rising. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? How we coming through on sound? Looks and sound good to me, Bugatti. Thank you so much, Terry. That's great. We have a new set I'm going to show you guys after the show. If you're around, I'll let you see what's going on here. You probably can hear like a bigger echo if you can hear me at all, but you guys already said you could. I just got to get used to things. That's all. And another thing, I said to myself, oh, we got to get the set fixed. And instead of you saying, why don't you just do it? So I just got up yesterday, grabbed that couch, got it out of here. Now the only thing that we need is a stand that's gonna stand firm and we don't have to worry about the shakiness anymore. So I get something to clamp to the wall and just pull it all the way out and adjust it and we're straight. That's what I'll be working on. But it's a snowstorm going on outside, so none of that's gonna be going on. By the way, how you guys doing this morning? Let's check the chat, see how everybody doing real quick. Okay, what we got? Mark Dorfman is up in the building. Liberty and Justice. I see picture looks good. Thank you, Liberty and Justice. I appreciate that. Who we got up in the building this morning? We got, is that Rebecca Lanya and Bueno? I see Kendra Walker in the building. Wait a minute. What's up, Kendra? How you doing? Wrenched up, ready to go. I ain't see her in a while. Okay, I'm happy now. Look at that. Y'all saw that? Yo, my people's in here. See, I knew if I just come on, I'll be happy. Y'all always bring out the light, the shine to make me shine the brightest as I can. So yeah, everything is set. We got a brand new set going on over here, but I'm still gonna be honest with you. We're still working in stages because I'm looking at the video that we're shooting now. I'm not really liking the way it's coming up. So I'm saying to myself, we need to change the set all the way. So we're going to the green screen very soon, probably within the next month. We'll be using a green screen. We'll be having, instead of me using this television screen up here, there'll be an actual little video clip going. I'm working on making it so that I can stand, and I don't like to sit down when I do this. I know you guys be like, yo, this dude never sits down. I don't like to sit down when I'm doing this. You know, I like to stand up. I like to dance and do crazy antics and stuff. I'm an energetic guy, you know what I'm saying, to put it like that. So those are my excuses for being that way, and that's why I'm gonna stay that way. And don't never let nobody change you guys from the way that you think that you should be. Like sometimes I say to myself, oh, it's gonna be real rough. I gotta do this, but if I do that, I won't be able to do the show tomorrow. You know, people say, oh, won't worry about it, just come on the next day. I'm like, oh, y'all, you just don't understand. What do you mean come on the next day? We got a family here. I can't leave these people. These are my people. With that being said, I want to pray for my people because there's nothing that can be possibly done without the power of prayer. I want to just tell you guys I really love you and I appreciate every single one of you, and I'm ready to get it on. I want to give you guys the best show that I can today on Purple Sunday. Make sure it's energetic, enthusiastic, and clean. Don't try to shift you guys to follow where I want to go or anything like that. I like to be very fair. I want to pray for your families, your friends, everybody around in your lives. I want to pray for liberty and justice. Who we got up in there? Kendra Walker, Mark Dorfman, Casey. I see Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, who we always pray for. Who else is that right there? Red Hoods. Okay, I see SXX, Terry. Okay, Bills. Okay, liberty and justice. And guess what? Amen. I'm ready to go. I don't know about if y'all ready to go, but I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. Do. Wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. And if I gotta throw the wave, I will. Come on, don't make me look bad. Too many people watching. Let's go. Hit it. It's 6 o'clock, homie. Stop playing, I'm ready. Y'all wanna try? Now I'm gonna... Okay. Ole. Oh my God, just sometimes it happens. Gotta get those kinks out. Y'all ready? Woo! And what we gotta do? We gotta open up those pores. That's right, beat on that big old forehead gongo drum you got up there, my brother. You gotta open up those pores. It's snowing outside, so you know the fingertips are cool. We gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. But you know, you can't just always worry about open up the pores. Open up those pores. Gotta do other stuff too. Doom, 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 doom. Shake it fast, but watch yourself. Shake yourself. Show me what you're working with. Shake it fast. Watch yourself. Shake it fast. Attention, all your players and pimps, right now in the place to be. I thought I told y'all dudes before, y'all dudes can't mess with me. Show me what you're working with. This ain't for no struggle tease, no purple on it, man. And if you got the biggest one, let me come thick fast. Shake it fast, but watch yourself. Shake it fast. Show me what you're working with. Shake it fast. Watch yourself. Shake it fast. You know, I know y'all didn't think I was going to try to do no mystical stuff and be on the mic in my hand. Don't make me come and look at my hand, be cool. Boom, boom, boom. And don't worry about how I'm kicking it. Because I don't know what the H-E-double-L he's saying. I call him the James Brown of rap. But phenomenal song along with a lot of them. I know there's a couple of things behind the history of the artist or everything like that, but we still got to give it some love because that was one of the hottest songs, especially when Pharrell came out and said, attention all y'all players and pimps, right now in the place to be. I thought I told y'all fools before, y'all fools can't mess with me. Now this ain't fun, no struggle. That was the joint right there, man. I like that part. And y'all already know why we doing this, because it's Purple Sunday. And bump that beat. It's January 25th. That's right, y'all. 2026. I'm your boy Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that. Will we be talking about this and chat and that and this and this and that just got me lit. Yes, we lit up in here. We got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, so I hope you guys can see me. It's Purple Sunday. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. We got trending topics. We got current events. We got my antics. We got the #1 chat in YouTube history. You guys, give yourselves a round of applause. I can't wait to get into it. Let me catch my breath real quick, because you know I've been talking for a minute. So you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm just going to keep it moving with the I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I'm going to ask you guys to do is stay on point, stay on topic. Let me know where you're chiming in from and what time it is. This way I can go do some research and possibly find some stuff from where you're at. Keeps the dialogue all together and just makes it so cool when it's interactive. You guys, we're about to get into it, because guess what I also am going to ask you guys to do? Let me know what time it is where you're chatting in from. Let me know where you're chatting in from. I love to do the research. And guess what that means next? Because I'm not going to stop. That means let's get into these titles. It's time to get to work, you guys. What do we have on the board? No longer reverse the wrong way. We getting our crap together now. Let's get it, you guys. We got Trump, who sends in the troops to Iran. What's next? A lot's going down. We're going to get into that and much, much more. Let's do the second one and see what else we got up here. We got 7 jewelry store thieves arrested after a botched robbery. That happened in Orange County. I think it was about 2 days ago. Really stupid move that they tried to do, but it's happening everywhere. Let's keep it moving to the last part of what we got going on here, which is, there she is, Jasmine Crockett, who says Trump ran for office, to avoid, watch your head, prison. Got a lot, much more trending topics, current events. I'm ready to get into it. Pretty good intro. We done did enough. So guess what? I owe you guys. Get your coffee, get your tea, do your thing wherever y'all at. Get your purple together, because you got to represent for the purple. If y'all don't got your decals, you probably been here long enough to get one. Kendra, send your address again. I got to send you your decal. Let me know if you want a keychain. Miss Swanza, yours is already in the mail. Let's keep it moving, you guys. Let's go. What do we have? Let's open up these titles right now, because we got the president, how we like to start it off every morning, just to see what's going on from topics directly from him. He sends a massive armada to the Middle East in warning to Iran. You know he doesn't send them over there just to waste gas. Something's about to happen.
The Trump administration is issuing new sanctions on Iran's shadow fleet of oil vessels as the president sends Iran a stern warning. Listen.
We have an armada. We have a massive fleet heading in that direction, and maybe we won't have to use it. We'll see.
The U.S. is building up its military presence in the Middle East ahead of a possible attack, and more ships are expected to be on the way. Let's bring in Dr. Kanta Ahmed. She's a senior fellow at the Independent Women's Forum and member of the Council on Foreign Relations. Good morning, Kanta. Thanks for joining us. You know, as we see this build up and these sanctions being added, where do you see this heading?
We're days away from, I think, an extraordinary strike. We don't move these kinds of assets for a vanity project. We have now 2 nuclear-grade Nimitz-class carriers.
Told you.
One in the Gulf of Oman, one heading across the Atlantic, probably heading for the Mediterranean and the Suez. We also have tremendous presence in the region, as you know, and the Iranian regime is going to be struck. I think there are many targets that we could go after, but most likely the United States will target the repressive Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps that is responsible for murdering tens of thousands of people, even now, wounding, some say 330,000 people, removing their eyes, horrendous brutality. And this is going to be, they're going to have an answer for that imminently.
You know, Kanta, we've had Moj Madara, an Iranian American activist, on the show last weekend. I stayed in contact with her. She says the numbers of dead is in the tens of thousands. We don't have an exact one. And I also was following your headline in the piece from the Telegraph yesterday, where you're talking about the West's silence on Iran is the latest warning of Islamist growing power. Inside, you wrote, Iranians must endure a double tragedy, the crushing of their dreams by the regime and the shameful hypocrisy of Western progressives. And yet, you know, when you put the full context in this, Kanta, you have a whole generation who have known nothing but Islamic regime oppression.
No, I don't know anything. I've never heard of anything like that. I cannot repeat what he said and what she said. I know you guys heard what she said, and that's like some of the most gruesomest things you could ever hear of. Also, what they were doing was going inside of the hospitals and powing the patients that were in there, and their reasoning was, we don't even want you to be able to get healed. We want you to, you know, expire. The government over there is doing things that we would never have going on over here. Luckily, thank the Lord we have democracy. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got another situation where Trump reacts to the latest fatal powing in Minneapolis. You guys heard about this situation here, where there's another Homeland Security officer powed another person that had a weapon on him.
Okay, I am joined right now by Frank Vassalero and Derek James. You guys came in, of course, this is such a big story. We're going to be continuing it nonstop. But that was the first time we got a little bit more information on what happened. You know, we had talked to the police chief this morning who said, I know very little. Greg Vivino giving more information, as he says the federal account was that at the end of the day that an agent feared for his life.
And that an individual with that 9mm violently resisted arrest were Bavino's words, saying that an agent fired defensive shots, that person had 2 loaded magazines, and that he considered this an attempt at a massacre against law enforcement.
And we should be clear that that person that they shot, Bavino says, was a citizen who saw them trying to arrest
this other gentleman,
an undocumented immigrant who they are going after, supposedly someone with a criminal record. And he intervened in the situation in some way. Now, he didn't explain how police saw the gun or what led to that. And then we had a good question from our Connor White that was unanswered about what you're saying doesn't appear to be the same story as what's happening in the video.
The video that we're seeing thus far, which is one angle that we've seen reportedly, and obviously we know, as we've heard from our reporters out there in South Minneapolis, that there are folks recording and documenting this everywhere. So it is very likely that we're going to see
that's the video. Everybody's been watching is this video and wanting to know what led up to it. And we got a little bit of information from that today. You know, the president, right before this press conference started, put a message out on Truth Social. So we are getting that in right now.
Yeah, let's bring that to you if we can pull that up. This is the message from President Trump. It reads, "Where are the local police? Why weren't they allowed to protect ICE officers? The mayor and the governor called them off." Now he's asking that as a question, as you can see on the screen. It is stated that many of these police were not allowed to do their job, that ICE had to protect themselves. Not an easy thing to do. The first time that we are hearing.
So what happens out there now is, of course, we already know that the Minnesota and the Minneapolis laws are that the police officers cannot get involved in anything that's going on right now. So due to that fact, we have a situation where we've got people out there doing anything that they want, late night, beating up camera people, stealing from people. All sorts of things. Like I think the other day they found this one guy that was doing an interview. They didn't like him, beat him up, stole all this stuff. Pretty bad, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. This is what I'm talking about when I say there's a difference between peaceful protests and trying to get your point across, and then what these people are doing. I don't really condone this at all. Keep on moving forward to Trump as he threatens Canada with 100% Canada with tariffs. We're going to find out why right now.
To the nation's capital now, where there's a big chill in the air, and it's not just the weather. CBS's Willie James Inman is at the White House for us tonight. Willie James, good evening.
Scott, good evening to you. There's a new tariff threat aimed at Canada, and the president is also insulting the Canadian Prime Minister, calling him Governor Carney.
In a post on Truth Social, President Trump wrote, "If Canada makes a deal with China, it will immediately be hit with a 100% tariff against all Canadian goods and products coming into the USA." This week, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney received a standing ovation.
And he struck back too. Carney didn't take that lightly. He's still going to keep on proceeding and moving forward. Called it like he was like he's not going to let the president threaten him.
And drew Trump's ire in Davos, Switzerland, for an address in which he suggested there's a rupture in the world order.
Great powers have begun using economic integration as weapons, tariffs as leverage, financial infrastructure as coercion, supply chains as vulnerabilities to be exploited.
In his Davos speech, Trump accused Carney of not being grateful.
Canada lives because of the United States.
Last week, Canada and China struck an agreement that slashes tariffs on Chinese-made EVs.
Carney is looking to diversify economic relationships in particular, and this is not...
Did you remember 2 episodes behind that we watched this interview where Carney was basically saying that they're about to be 100% dealing with China and having their cars shipped over to Canada? They already made this statement. Following up.
Something that the Canadians were inclined to do 2 years ago, for example.
Canada is America's second largest trading partner. About 75% of its exports go directly to the U.S.
As of this month, the FBI has already nabbed two people off the most wanted list. One being a major drug dealer, and you guys know who the other one was.
Meanwhile, most of the country may be freezing, but the FBI is heating up after nabbing 2 of the top 10 most wanted within one day.
As both suspected killer Alejandro Castillo and alleged drug kingpin and former Olympic snowboarder Ryan Wedding are now in the U.S. to face justice.
Rebecca Castor is live in Washington with the details. Hey, Rebecca.
Hey, Charlie, both of these guys are major gets for the FBI. Let's start with Ryan Wedding, the former Olympian. Here he is getting off the plane in California yesterday.
He had a motorcycle dealership in his house. How many motorcycles was that yesterday, y'all? Like at least about, I'm gonna be modest and say 60, but I think it was like 100.
Escorted by federal agents after surrendering to authorities in Mexico. That's where the FBI tracked him down.
Now y'all tell me that's one of the worst walks right there. Thinking like that, like he know for a fact that he's never coming home. So he like this right now, like damn. He ain't got him behind his back because they clicked so everybody could see what's going on with him, and they want to try to make a mockery of him and show that they got him. You see Cash Patel behind him trying to get his little stats and everything like that too. Of course, you're supposed to, right? But he's walking like this, right? Instead of the normal, watch your head. You know what I'm saying? In this case, it's, oh yeah, let's put him in the front and then have him out. And his feet are shackled. So those are shackles on his feet right there as well. So you ain't running nowhere, brother. He's gonna be doing a whole lot of jail time and giving up a whole bunch of people. So look for probably a lot more arrests coming down soon.
And where they believe he was hiding for over a decade while running a massive drug trafficking operation. Guys, he went from shredding snow to allegedly shipping it from Colombia to the U.S. and Canada for years. You can see FBI Director Cash Patel, part of his escort there. He flew with Wedding from Mexico to Canada, where he announced his arrest.
We are announcing a capture of another FBI's most wanted top 10 fugitive, Ryan Wedding. That makes 6 top 10 FBI captures in 1 year alone. I was privileged to be there on a previously planned trip, and this was a great operation that came together through interagency success because no one behind me and to the side of me cares about credit.
But he's not the only fugitive the FBI brought back to the U.S. from Mexico yesterday. Agents also captured Alejandro Castillo, wanted on murder charges in North Carolina. He's accused of fleeing the country after killing a former co-worker in 2016, a young woman only 23 years old.
For $1,000.
Patel says these arrests are just drops in the bucket, though, for a great year for his agency.
This year has been a
looking like Roseanne, looking like a young Roseanne over there, trying to go to Mexico to get low. Nah, come on with us. Yeah, you got some time to do. Let's go. Let's keep it moving, you guys. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. I really appreciate it. We got a hell of a show that we got to put together for you today. It's Purple Sunday. We getting used to the new set, and we got to just keep on doing what we got to do. Just keep on putting in that work. How everybody doing in the chat? I owe you 3 more. I think I owe you 2 more, actually, but I'm going to give you a little more before I come and see what's going on in the chat. Do me a favor. Let's try to stay on topic because, boy, oh boy, do I have one for you here. I got a story about a crazy lady who was trying to be slick and get some dough. Then they knocked out all her paper, messed the flow up, and now she's got an answer for it. Come on, you guys. Y'all know who I'm talking about. She happens to not be on the thumbnail right now, but she's someone that you know and love. That's right, you guys, none other than Ilhan Omar. That Trump is demanding that there's an investigation into her net worth. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
Can you tell us what your response is to the Oversight Committee launching an investigation into your net worth, you and your husband's net worth? They're claiming that it's risen rapidly. What's your response to what they're saying? Do you think they'll find anything in their investigation into your net worth?
Congresswoman Ilhan Omar avoiding questions about her net worth that has risen astronomically during her time in Congress. President Trump wants answers. Writing on Truth Social, quote, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar is worth over $30 million. There is no way such wealth could have been accumulated legally while being paid the salary of a politician. She should be investigated for financial and political crimes, and that investigation should start now. Saturday Night America anchor Kayleigh McEnany joins me now. It is amazing. When she started in 2019, she had a negative net worth. Her personal household net worth has gone from negative to $30 million, and her husband's Rose Lake Capital firm, a consulting firm, has gone from just dollars up to $25 million in value.
Yes. So what's interesting, you have her husband, Wynette, who started Rose Lake Capital, to your point. So Rose Lake Capital, you noted $42 and then skyrocketed to millions within a year. And these are according to public filings that she put forward, according to documents in a lawsuit.
I would love to go in business like that. Put $42 in my business and all of a sudden get $32 million in that little bit of time. Oh, man.
Own numbers.
Yes.
I done told you guys I'm in the wrong business. I already know it. I'm in the wrong business.
And it caught the attention of, listen to this, not Trump's FBI, Biden's FBI. So in 2024, Biden's FBI raised questions about this skyrocketing wealth, some of these business decisions, and even Wall Street experts say, why is a former political consultant, that's what Wynette was, running a massive financial firm that, by the way, we've never heard of, and we're on Wall Street and we think we would have heard of it? A lot of questions.
Not to mention they also have a winery that has also experienced a similar, in California, by the way, that has experienced a similar explosion. Real quick, I want to play.
I don't know. Let's see what's going on with that winery, you guys, because I don't know. I have never heard of it before myself. Let me know. You guys ever hear of Ilhan Omar and her husband's winery? Have you ever tasted the delectable lusciousness of the wine? Let me know how you feel about it if you've ever tasted it before. I have no idea. Go online right now. Let me see if they got a website. Double tap that screen to get those likes up, you guys, because it's not over. We got to stay over, news about Minnesota. We got some breaking news on that powing of the Minnesota border agent. A little bit more in-depth information I guess I wanted to bring to you, so let's get into it.
Out of Minneapolis, reports of a shooting there and that the suspect, according to DHS, was armed. Now, tensions at the scene are high right now. You're looking at a live image. Let's go to Garrett Tenney. He is live in Minneapolis. Garrett.
Yeah, and Kaylee, this just happened this past hour, so details are still coming in. We'll get a clearer picture as this unfolds, so it is still early. But what we are being told at this point from DHS is that Border Patrol had some type of interaction with a man who was armed. This is a picture that our Bill Malusian got from DHS. This is the gun in 2 magazines that they say he was armed with. And Border Patrol engaged him. There was a shooting. DHS says that CPR was being performed on that person. And the Star Tribune reports that that person has now been taken to the hospital by ambulance. While the details are still coming in, we're already seeing reaction to this. Governor Tim Walz just tweeted out, "I just spoke with the White House after another horrific shooting by federal agents this morning. Minnesota has had it. This is sickening. The president must end this operation, pull the thousands of violent, untrained officers out of Minnesota now." Now, we should point out that while this is happening, this area right around where this happened, this is about 1.5 miles from where Renee Good was shot about 2.5 weeks ago. This is the 3rd shooting in Minneapolis over the past 2.5 weeks.
It's too much, man. Like I feared this in the beginning. I said the same thing about what state did I say? What state was I fearful most of something like this happening? Never thought it would be Minneapolis, you guys. I think I said, did I say Chicago? That's what I said. I would be nervous about them doing the same sorts of things in Chicago because of all of a lot of guys got those switches out there. But the sad part about it is once you start to get interaction, people losing their lives, it's getting bad now. And there's nothing that can be said about it. People are getting irate and they're not even having conversations where they can try to come up with solutions. That's why we actually have this platform here. I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican or an independent. I'm just a person that likes to try to get information from everywhere, as well as if I do vote, I like to pick who I like to vote for. And sometimes, like I tell you guys in the past, everyone is not 100% correct. I always tell you guys this. My mom was never 100% correct. I am never 100% correct. So I could never follow a person or a party blindly and not pay attention to their actual actions and what they're doing. And that's why I've never liked to be part of a gang, and I've always been solo in everything that I've done. That's how, when we were raised to be able to do it by yourself. So I've never been able to happen to get involved with anything like that. And I kind of look at parties not in the mentality of the same gang way, but when the spirit is, no matter what that person does, even if it's wrong, I'm behind it. I can't do that, because if that person did something wrong, I'm gonna call them out on it, and because they'll call me out on it. Double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys. We got to keep on moving forward. We keep on moving on that. We got this bystander that actually shows the fighting and the punching, then the pow-powing, and the man in Minneapolis when it happened. We're gonna stay on this topic for a little moment, just so I can just keep everybody understanding of what everybody's perspective is and what was going on when they talk about this pow-powing and what happened out there.
We are also talking about the individual who was shot has died. We also have some video that is circulating on social media that shows what led up to this shooting. We want to warn you, this could be very graphic and upsetting for some of our viewers. The video shows a bunch of federal agents actually having an altercation with the individual on the ground. You can see one of the agents come in, they are punching the man, and then all of a sudden you hear gunshots. We're not exactly sure where those gunshots came from, but the crowd erupts after that happens. And like you see, once again, there's an altercation between that individual on the ground near 27th and Nicollet. Several officers on top of this individual. They are punching on him, and then you hear shooting and profanity. That is a video that is circulating on social media. It's been given to us, and we are sharing it with you as we learn more about what is exactly happening there and what happened at 27th and Nicollet. We're told that at 11:30 there will be a briefing by Mayor Jacob Fry as well as Police Chief Brian O'Hara. Since Operation Metro Surge began, they have been asking protesters and crowds to remain peaceful, and they will continue to do that again at 11:30 to briefing and talk more about this federal agent allegedly shooting an individual, and that individual, as we have learned, has died from.
All right, you guys, this is not good. I told you, I wanted you to see the leading up, what they were doing, how it was going into that. Yes, already knew what was going on, but I want you to see the backstory, what people are talking about, where it's coming from. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. And I still, yes, definitely want to pray for the person that lost their life in this tragic event. I do not like the mindset and what everybody is going through right now. I pray that we can possibly get past this, have some sort of democracy and debates where we can finally speak to each other and find common ground to get through and over things like this. Even if we don't have the same beliefs in religion or culture or race or party, we should still be able to, real talk, get along and try to figure this stuff out. Amen. I don't like this stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy right now. And it's like you can't even talk to anybody right now. It's like, yeah, who do you, I see you over there, you be talking about that Trump stuff all the time. Yeah, but I also talk about this. I also talk about that. And always just have opinionated about what one thing that you show. Well, that's what's the topics right now. We stay on current events and trending topics. And yes, there's a lot of things going on with the president that I actually do agree with and I don't agree with as well. Tell you guys that too, Republicans that don't think that way, that think that things that people do, no matter what they do, you should follow them blindly. We should break that. We shouldn't be like that. That will make us stronger and better people if we can communicate and give right where it's right and give wrong where it's wrong. The same way your mother used to be like, but she was probably wrong for doing that. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, to Air Force One, where President Trump says that Jamie Dimon debanked him. You remember when, what was that, Chase kicked Trump out of their bank? So basically, I guess they're having a lawsuit right now, and Trump has some gaggle about what's going on with that.
Have you spoken with Jamie?
Yeah, guys, I follow no party, no person, no individual blindly. If you're wrong, you're wrong. You won't see me out here with a free little Meek shirt on until I find out what happened with little Meek. If he pow somebody here in jail, see you when you get back out, buddy. I ain't wearing your t-shirt.
Dimon since the lawsuit?
No, I haven't spoken to him. He debanked me. So we'll see if that means anything, but I think it should. You shouldn't be debanked. You get debanked if you don't have money or if you default. If you have this great company and all of a sudden I was told, no, you can't do that. It's so wrong. That's so wrong. I don't know what their excuse would be. Maybe their excuse would be the regulators. I don't know. But regardless, I guess it's a good lawsuit because every pundit has come out and said Trump has a great lawsuit here. You're not allowed to do what they did. Jamie Dimon, what he did, he's not allowed to do that.
This is I see my mods working today, boy. I saw something come up there. I was like, what? I was about to catch him myself, but somebody already took his legs off. Y'all don't be playing Liberty. You have no idea. Casey, Kendra, appreciate you guys so much. Y'all don't be playing up in that chat. When they get crazy, rakata. Y'all don't mess around, boy. Let's keep on going forward with this Congress because Jack Smith and someone that you guys have missed, and I know you love her, and we have not seen her in a little while. For all the people here that need their monthly or weekly, bi-monthly dose of Jasmine Crockett, this one's for you. Let's get into it, you guys. She talks a little bit about what's going on out here and actually has some pretty snide remarks when it comes down to the president when she goes to Congress in Jack Smith interview where she says Trump ran for president to avoid prison time. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen and get those likes.
5 minutes.
Well, okay, fine. It's curious because you've sat here all day, and thank you so much for showing up because this was something that you wanted to do. The Republicans wanted to make sure that you were hid in a room with no cameras because I was there. They didn't really want you out public because they were afraid of what you would say, which is that you could have proven your case because you are a career prosecutor who knows how to prosecute criminals. So just to be clear, today it seems like the Republicans have not really fought very much about whether or not Trump was guilty or not. In fact, their fight seems to be over whether or not you were authorized to prove their guilt. Do you recall a number of Republican members asking about whether or not your appointment was okay, even though we know that you've testified about the more than 100-year precedent that allowed for your appointment?
I was asked questions about that today, and our position as we filed in our appeal
is that there was strong support for my appointment, including Supreme Court precedent directly on point.
Thank you so much. Additionally, everybody's been all gingerly here today, but I don't know why we're acting surprised that a man who had close to 90 allegations out of 4 different jurisdictions and ultimately ended up with 34 convictions after a jury was able to hear all the evidence would possibly be committing a criminal act on January 6th. In fact, considering the fact that we are now under the impression that he is violating people's due process rights, he is ignoring court orders, he's starting wars without congressional authority in contradiction to the Constitution. He's enriching himself to the tune of over $1.4 billion. He's shaking down electeds to draw maps that will help him stay in power because the Republicans don't understand that they swore an oath to the Constitution and that we are supposed to do checks and balances. He's also shaking down TV stations to get money. So why are we trying to pretend as if it is out of the realm for this particular man to commit the crime that he committed on January 6th? And frankly, the only reason he ran for president was to make sure that he would not be prosecuted, because I fully believe that you would have put him under the jail based on our long form conversation that we had.
Okay, don't say I'm not fair. I don't want to hear it from anybody that don't. Oh, Boogotti, you only play one type of news. You only play blah, blah, blah. As you see, we on CBS, Fox, everywhere. So don't go there. We get it from everywhere, you guys. This is our bottom line. Stay on topic, stay on opinions, current events. What you guys think about that? Somebody got the face. Jasmine Crockett. Ooh, Jasmine Crockett 2028 says Stanley, one of the biggest idiots in DC, said someone. Jasmine needs to look in the mirror. Crockett for the insane asylum. Oh, God. I don't know about her running for president, you guys, because she's already not been able to secure the seat that she was already going for. I think it was in Congress or something like that. So that's not going to be able to work out. I mean, senators. What was I, senator or Congress? Anyway, whatever the case may be, it's hilarious to me. At least I let them get their point across like I always do. But do your boy a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up. It really gets more people over here. It gets the stories out, lets people see what's happening. And a lot of investigative stories that we have going on. We have trending topics and much, much more. Let's keep on going, you guys. That was kind of tight right there. I appreciate that. Everybody stayed on topic with that one. This one is a little deeper. This one kind of gets a little sensitive when it comes down to the babies, newborn children. I have a personal feeling about this. It kind of disgusts me when I saw it because I just can't believe a nurse would say something like this about a pregnant person. And I'm just going to let them say it because I don't even want it to come out my mouth. I'm not going to repeat it. So yeah, a nurse says something pretty nasty about Carolyn Levitt's pregnancy in an online rant. And she might be getting in trouble soon. I don't know. Not sure.
Another thing that's disgusting is the reaction on the left to a baby boom in the Trump cabinet. But I think a real sort of cultural shift that they see happening in America where the messages of feminism about don't have a family, kids are a burden, are starting to get rejected. And young people are starting to go, you know what, I want to have a family. And I can have a powerful career just like you see here, Carolyn Levitt, who's now pregnant with her second. Get this, there is a nurse who put online a TikTok video. Her name is Lexi Lawler.
Have you guys seen it?
And she's a labor and delivery nurse, believe it or not,
Have you seen
out
the
in
TikTok
Boca
video?
Raton. And she said this when she learned about Carolyn Levitt having another baby. She says, as a labor and delivery nurse, it gives me great joy to wish Carolyn Levitt a 4th-degree tear. And she went on to say some other crude things about basically hoping that Carolyn Levitt has a very painful and delivery that causes her lots of future medical problems. This is disgusting stuff, you guys.
Yeah, it's a real mental illness, and it goes beyond the concept that dudes can get pregnant. It goes to a very broken heart and a hatred, a level of hatred that, and I guess some of it is probably exacerbated by the fact that this is on TikTok and it's online and people think that they can just say things and that it has no meaning because it's all like online or whatever. But you have to be a seriously corrupted human to say something like that, especially when you work in an emergency room where...
Yeah, but what about the doctor yesterday that was laughing about Charlie Kirk? How about that one? Remember that story yesterday with the doctor laughing about Charlie Kirk? And then now we got the nurse that's saying, see, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, if you was around the wrong people at the wrong time, Lord knows what they'll do to you. And just because of what your beliefs are. That's the part that I want us to be able to get over. Because it's getting so much worse. It's getting so bad out there for everybody. It's like, just because I'm not part of your party, you don't want me to be alive? You don't want my children to make it? What's going on with this? It's like the hatred is getting crazy, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. This is something that's like very sensitive topic right here. And I'm wondering like if there's an experiment that needs to be done with something like this. There's already one that's been done. Let's go take this clip that we're going to show you right now from Lefties Losing It. We got this hidden camera experiment that wants you guys to really see this and how far people may be willing to go in Minneapolis. Check this situation out right here. And this is not just the nature of this situation. I'm talking about the temperament of people and where we're willing to go right now with harming each other because we don't believe in each other. And I mean, we don't care for each other anymore. We should love each other, man. What's wrong? Why I can't love my people? Why I can't just love you for who you are and not because of party? I don't understand that. Let's get into this situation right here. And this is why I wanted to show this, because it's not just about the category. It's about the way of thinking nowadays that I wanted you guys to see with this clip.
Are they so filled with hate that they'd crowdfund shootings and bombings? Documentary filmmaker Army Horowitz travelled to Minnesota to conduct a hidden camera experiment among anti-ICE protesters.
I want to raise money for weapons. I want to go after ICE. We need money for weapons, for bombs. We need to fight back against these animals. I'm with you. We need to tear them apart, literally, not figuratively.
Do you want me to go fly while you talk about this?
Yes. Guns, explosives. That's the kind of language they understand, and that's what we need to do. If you feel me.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. This is just not working.
You feel me?
I feel you.
And that takes weapons, and that takes explosives, and that takes blow up. You know what I mean?
Yes. Okay, it's a GoFundMe. That's how it's money.
It's a GoFundMe.
So you see what's going on here, right? He's out there asking them, were they willing to do certain things? And he's blending in with them, acting like, you know, he's part of what they got going on there. Pretty scary, the answers that you guys are hearing coming out these people's mouths.
I mean, we gotta fucking kill these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We need to go after these people.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need to hurt them. We need to kill them. I think we have to start killing people, man, frankly.
Right.
I think that's the only way for us to get the message across because, let's be honest, saying F you, they don't give a
Yeah, literally.
Exactly. They're just like, look at these guys wasting their time again. I know what you mean.
Okay. It's easy to get these lunatics to agree that violence and killing is the only way, but would any of them be willing to donate money to fund acts of violence, acts of murder? Let's see.
I mean, I'm kind of a broke college student, but like I'll donate like 10, 20 bucks.
Not very much. I'm a student. Maybe like $50.
$15?
Maybe like $50 per
That's
Yeah.
Bless you. Bless you.
Oh, we rather for like $20.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for being out here too.
Take care. I appreciate you. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Getting donations for that cause.
Peace and love. Peace and love, brother. Take care.
Peace and love indeed. Let's bring in documentary filmmaker and commentator Army Horowitz. Army, your violent rhetoric and plot to commit violence against ICE agents, it seemed to be terribly popular. Did you have any pushback?
By the way, did you notice that one guy goes, I love you, man? He was so taken. He was so excited by it. His emotion just came out. By the way, I also want to point out that if you notice, each one was like, I'm a broke college student. One person was like, my husband just got laid off, but I'll drop 50 on you, okay? A 50 burger. Yeah, they were excited to do it. And to answer your question, did anybody say no? No, not a single person said no. I want to point something out also.
Now, y'all don't go out there trying to be slick and do this to try to get no pocket money now. Y'all see somebody in the chat like this right now. I don't like them anyway. Why not go get their money from them?
Is that I was only there for 30 minutes because my security team noticed that they
A
had
50
recognized
burger.
me after 30 minutes and that things were about to go down. So I had to hightail out of there. So I raised nearly $200 in less than 30 minutes from these people. Peace and love, right? You feel me? You feel me? I mean, this was look. When I do these experiments, when I'm sitting on my couch and I'm smoking a cigar, and
Nah, 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 nah. We not gonna let it slide. We not gonna let it slide. We know you smoke. Doom, 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 doom. We know you smoke. Doom, 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 doom. Not no cigar either. We know you. Put it in the air. Rewind, selector.
in less than 30 minutes from these people. Peace and love, right? You feel me? You feel me? I mean, this was look. When I do these experiments, when I'm sitting on my couch and I'm smoking a cigar and having some scotch, and I come up with this idea, I often go, nah. There's no way, right? There's no way that they will give me money to. And I was very clear about the use of proceeds, Rita. I wasn't hiding it. I was saying I want to buy guns and explosives because I want to kill ICE officers. There's no nuance to what I was saying. It was very, very, very clear.
Yeah, just knowing. That's what I wanted you guys to see. I know I made a joke about it and everything, and it was funny, but I wanted you guys to see the limits, no limits that these people are willing to go to. She said that she's a student. Her husband has been laid off, but I'll drop a 50 burger on you. Oh man, look, you guys get out there and start trying to get these people money. Let me see. Because regular cigars invite new ideas. That guy needs to be arrested. I'm using my bong today. Wife says something to me. I read, shut up, I'm experimenting. on the seas, let's go on the seas, you guys. We got these U.S. strikes on a what? Ooh, illegal D-rug boat. They got another one, you guys. We got another D-rug boat. I can't say it. That's why I almost slipped up, but I'm gonna let them say it. Let's go back on the seas real quick. 2 people lost their lives to this situation here on the seas. On the seas.
We want to showcase some breaking news that we are following for you of another update coming from U.S. Southern Command on X.
So which one? Somebody said that somebody needs to be arrested. Are you talking about the guy that went out there and asked the questions, or the people that were willing to put up the money? Which one should be arrested?
On January 23rd, at the direction of the Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, Joint Task Force Southern Spear conducted a lethal kinetic strike on a vessel operated by designated terrorist organizations. Intelligence confirmed the vessel was transiting along known narco trafficking routes in the Eastern Pacific and was engaged in narco trafficking operations. 2 narco terrorists were killed and 1 survived the strike. Following the engagement, U.S. Southcom immediately notified the U.S. Coast Guard to activate the search and rescue system for the survivor. So that is the update we wanted to bring here to you. Continuing.
Yeah, there's not too many survivors out there. I don't know what makes them think that they can get out there in that water. I mean, those are the safest fish in the world right there. If I was a fish, I'd be out there like this. I'll be out there just chilling, fat as I can be, because I don't got to worry about no seamen coming to reel me in. Pause. Keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to move forward to Los Angeles. We got this charity boss named Alexander Sooner. He is accused of stealing $23 million, on a homeless scam. Sadly, they always try to do this to these situations where it's children, minorities, anything that has to do with food. I don't think they say, oh, we can lay under the cover of what's going on in this and steal this money. But I guess his day came to pass where it was time for him to, his ass. Let's go, y'all. Time to get it.
A charity director from Westwood has been arrested after federal authorities say he stole millions slated to help the homeless.
They say he lined his pockets instead. KTLA 5's Corrine Winter, live in the newsroom with the details. Corrine?
Well, Sam and Glenn, the Homelessness Fraud and Corruption Task Force announcing this huge arrest today. Officials say that the executive director at the center of this case misused taxpayer funds intended to help some of LA's most needy individuals. He's accused of living the high life to the tune of $23 million instead of using public and taxpayer funds to help the homeless. That's according to federal and local officials who this morning arrested 42-year-old Alexander Sufer of Westwood at his multi-million-dollar home.
He lied to investigators when confronted. He provided fake invoices to make it appear that the payments to third vendors were legitimate. They were not.
Sufer is the executive director of the charity Abundant Blessings and was given tens of millions of dollars in funds.
They always find these names, feeding our future families. Abundant what? Abundant blessings. Oh man, they had to throw that blessing word in there to make you really hit you in the ribs, huh? They think they so slick.
Between 2018 and 2025 to feed and house roughly 600 individuals across the greater LA area. That meant providing 3 nutritious meals a day. Instead, the Assistant U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley alleges Sufer gave them this microwavable ramen.
This is what he was providing. Ramen noodles and a microwave. And he was pocketing the rest of the money. The money was not intended for ramen noodles to be microwaved and fed to the homeless. He was supposed to provide nutritious meals. He pocketed the rest of the money. He probably spent $100 you see in that picture, and he pocketed the rest of the money.
Investigators provided photos of some of the high-priced items Sufer got for himself and family, including the purchase of a $7 million Westwood home, a $125
ramen noodles, and kept all the rest of the money. Oh man, it can't get no lower than that.
$1,000 Range Rover, luxury vacation trips to places like Hawaii and Florida. Other expenses included private school tuition for his kids and a nearly $500,000 vacation home in Greece. Sufer allegedly lied to the Los Angeles Homeless Service Authority on how he was directing the money.
This is a case full of lies, deceit, and pilfering money intended on addressing one of the most prolific problems in Los Angeles County.
There is not just a federal investigation, but one at the local.
So now y'all notice how this story is breaking right now, the same way that first story broke with the feeding our future situation, with the gift bag, with the bricks of money in it. So guess what? LA, they were right. It's time to come and Doge LA, because if something like that's happening on that scale, what else could people be getting away with?
Level that District Attorney Nathan Hochman outlined. The DA's office conducted an independent parallel investigation with the U.S. Attorney's Office, with both having overlapping jurisdiction in this case. At the federal level, Sufer is facing wire fraud charges. At the local level, his charges include forgery, where he faces up to 17 years in prison.
Rather than admit that he did something wrong and hand the money back, he doubled down on his crimes, first stating that he actually provided this money. Then he tripled down on his crimes, submitting fake invoices. And when he's confronted by the auditors about the fake invoices, he quadruples down and submits different fake invoices.
Officials say they've investigated 2 other alleged fraud cases regarding funds meant for the homeless that were misused, with these defendants also facing steep charges.
Okay, we got 25.9 million. We got 16 plus million with Steve. Let's go to Cody over there. Cody over here, he got 25.9 million. Steven got 16 million. We got Alex Sufer right there coming up last with 23+ million.
Now we have reached out to the Los Angeles Homeless Service Authority for comment. They have not yet responded. Sufer is expected to make an initial court appearance in Santa Ana sometime this afternoon.
Oh man, let's get those likes up, double tap that screen. It seems like they always victimize the victims that's already going through the suffering. They try to, oh, they're not gonna notice nothing. I'm just gonna feed them some ramen noodles. Ramen noodles? Damn, that was foul right there, y'all. And kept all the dough. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, with this dramatic moment that these commanders in the French, they stormed this Russian saddle fleet. I'm talking about, this is like a video game going on right here. This happened in the Mediterranean Sea. I'm gonna tell you like this, they don't need to put nothing in the sea that don't need to be going in there right now, because the French ain't even playing. The French is out here acting like, don't put it in the water if it don't belong there. They take over this Russian vessel like no tomorrow. Like they couldn't even notice what was going on with them, how they hit them. This French naval force seized the oil tanker in Maghreb on Thursday in a dramatic Mediterranean operation. This was crazy. This was crazy. This looked like some Black Ops type stuff. Suspected of being part of Russia's sanctions busting shadow fleet. They said the vessel was boarded by troops fast roping from the NH-90 helicopters on the HMS Dagger tracked it through the Straits of Gibraltar. They're out there in Gibraltar right now. We're reporting from Gibraltar. Got him. Dump him. It's going down everywhere. See? President Macron said the Allied operation complied with the international law and aimed to enforce sanctions on Russia's shadow fleet. They're shutting Russia down. Yeah, they're gonna be tight about that. That's a loaded boat right there, probably full of oil. And normally when something like that happens, you know, we already noticed that they can't do any powering or anything like that, because the last thing you want is to ignite what? That oil that's in that boat. So a lot of times they just say give it up, because even the insurance companies say it's not even worth it. One of those boats costs $1 billion. Look it up if you don't believe me. One of those boats, those oil tankers, $1 billion. That's some serious bread right there, boy. They playing at the top of the line when you mess with them oil tankers. What you guys got to say about that? 40 more likes? Let's go, y'all. We got 40 more likes, but I wanna see if I can get 1,000 people in here. I wanna get 5,000 people up in here, because we got some real good trending topics. We got more breaking news, and we got more antics from the #1 chat in the building. Thank you guys for making sure we stay clean in the chat, making sure everybody stays on topic. What y'all got for me over here? Good morning, Liberty. Uh-oh, somebody wants Epstein files. No Epstein files. We're tired of Epstein files. We got enough Epstein files. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York. New York. Hope it's nothing bad. Oh boy. This is the explosion that injured 14 people in the Bronx, and it looks like it was flames still billowing through the gas out of the window. This happened yesterday, you guys. Sad situation where families were displaced when first they smelled smoke, and then they called the gas company. By the time the gas company came, it was too late. This is crazy right here, you guys. Pretty graphic breaking news.
On storm preps across the tri-state, but first we have some breaking news out of the Bronx. A deadly gas explosion inside of a NYCHA building, killing a person overnight, sent firefighters racing to save dozens of others. Now, this happened in the Eastchester section, and that's where Julie Millay is live.
I want you guys to notice about these flames. These are not flames from only whatever around it getting burned. These are pushing flames, push flames where gas is being ignited, and the gas is forcing these flames to come out of the windows. Normally when you see fire, you see red or yellow flame. When you see blue, that's something inside of there that's conducting that flame and making it go out most of the time. Watch, you'll see it.
Right now for us this morning, Julie.
John, we're here on Bavonia Street, where there is still a massive response in effect here. Dozens of FDNY and police cars here behind me. I want to give you a look at the building that they raced into overnight to rescue more than 150 people. The firefighters were actually already here when the explosion happened. What happened is people in the building started smelling the gas. They called 911. The firefighters responded, and about 15 minutes after those firefighters got here, the explosion happened. So they were already here in the building. And if you take a look at this building now, just a sign of how cold it is. Some of those windows that were broken open have icicles falling.
It is 12 degrees in New York right now.
from them now, showing where that they were spraying that water on there to put out this fire, but it's just so cold it immediately turned to ice. And we did speak with a woman who was rescued from the 17th floor.
Those are icicles on the other window ledges because the firemen were trying to put out the fire. And once the water got to the edge of the building, it froze. So now you see icicles everywhere.
Of this building, describing to us exactly what happened here last night.
We sitting in the living room, we smelled the gas. Then all of a sudden our door busts open, boom! Vibration through our bodies, through the building. We thought the building was gonna collapse.
As firefighters made their way inside.
Now you see those flames up here that's coming out this window over here, right? This one here. It's gonna go back in, then it's gonna go back out, going back in, back out. That's because of the air and the push and the wind and everything that's flowing. But at the same time, you can see the force of the flame that's coming out of there. That's not just, oh, it's on fire and a lot of flame is coming out. That is gas pushing that out of there.
Inside the building, people could be heard screaming.
See the blue flame on the edge? All of this is blue flame. It's just like when you light up one of those lighters and it's got a lot of gas in it. All that's blue flame right there. That's gas right there.
Screaming for help. They felt like they were trapped inside their apartments by the flames. There are 150 apartments in this building that first responders.
So what I want you guys to understand is if somebody was in that room, they said they were in another apartment and the door blew open.
Responders had to work through to evacuate as fast as they could. We're told right now one person was killed, several others.
It literally looks like a torch and a flame pushing out that window. That means that gas pipe or that gas situation, and that flame is exactly right at the lip of that gas, and it's just pushing it, pushing it, pushing it, pushing it. Only way to stop this, you can't even use water or anything like that. You literally got to turn the gas off. And it may have to be a main breaker around the building to shut it all down. If it's possible.
Were seriously injured. That same resident describing to us the moments before firefighters found her and brought her outside to safety.
I start making phone calls. I let it be known, listen, we trapped, we can't get out, and I don't know if we gonna make it. Well, I'm just letting y'all know that we still in here.
Now back out here live, giving you another look at this.
Somebody said it's possible, idiot. It's possible to put out the flame around. It's possible to put out the flame around of whatever's engulfed, but it's not possible to, we're just gonna run up on the gas spigot and hit it with the water yourself. All right. You try to over douse the apartment to see if it gets to the source of the gas coming out. It's not the right way to do it. You gotta turn that gas off, man.
This building here, as officials said, this gas explosion plus the cold made this overall a very dangerous rescue mission for the.
No water gonna put out, no gas coming out, no flame coming out like that. But hey, we have both of us have our own opinions, and one of us could be right. Just double tap that screen to get those likes up, but that's not what it's about. It's about the people that lost their lives in this tragic event, and hopefully we can prevent something like this from happening ever in the future again. Hopefully we can find out the source of what made this occur and prevent it from happening, because gas leaks is a very serious one no matter how it happened. A situation like that is very terrible. We want to pray for all of the victims as well as the family members and everyone who lost their lives in this tragic event. Amen, you guys. Keep on moving forward. Well, what else we got over here for you? Oh man, okay. That was kind of a hard one right there for me. Sad about it. Now we got another sad one, but I think that this one is going to be a little more, makes us feel a little stronger. When I first started this show a year ago this month, we were following this story, but we really didn't find any information about it afterward. We finally got the people involved in this situation now, and we're going to be doing a follow-up on the Detroit story from London Thomas, where the mother and the son will now go to trial for murder in Detroit for the demise and the loss of life of London Thomas. Keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. I want you guys to see this.
Well, now to a major development in the case of a missing teenager, London Thomas.
Today,
Judge ordered London's ex-boyfriend and his mother to stand trial in the 17-year-old's murder.
And in a stunning turn, the judge even added the charge of first-degree premeditated murder for both mother and son.
Yeah.
7 News Detroit reporter Brett Cast was in the courtroom with reaction from London's family, who listened to new disturbing details in this case.
After hearing new evidence, Judge Sabrina Johnson bound over 24-year-old Jalen Pendergrass and his mother, 49-year-old Charlotte Pendergrass, on new and more severe charges in the death of Jalen's former girlfriend, 17-year-old London Thomas. Originally charged with second-degree murder, the two are now facing first-degree murder, along with charges for unlawful imprisonment and evidence tampering.
Emotional. Just one small step towards justice for London and our family.
London's mother and family members sat in the Inkster courtroom hearing hours of excruciating testimony. First, London's sister testified that she dropped London off at Jalen's home on April 5th. Then Lanijah Wilkerson, another former girlfriend of Jalen's, testified that after London went missing, Jalen sent her specific song lyrics to hear.
What was the lyric he wanted you to listen to?
Put the in the trunk, our family never see her again.
Lanijah also testified.
Put the in the trunk and a family will never see her again, was the lyrics.
That later on, Jalen told her that on the night of April 5th, London and his mom got into a physical fight at his home. He had beaten London and tied her up, and then his mom allegedly told him to get angry.
His mother told Jalen that?
Yes.
Did she tell him any? Did he tell you that she told him anything else?
Together.
Okay. So what did he tell you that he did in response?
He told me that he pulled her off the bed, he stood her up, he grabbed the belt, and he strangled her until she fell.
Another key witness, a friend of Charla's, was allegedly given the large plastic tote.
Strangled her with a belt.
Containing London's body.
Did she say that she wanted you to do something with the tote?
She told me to get rid of it, to burn it.
She said to burn the tote?
Yes.
He instead had a lawyer contact police with the tote's location in the trunk of his car in Southfield, and inside the bin, police found London's body tied up and bruised, and the prosecution said evidence shows Jalen's DNA was likely on the handles.
Everything shocked me. How the story unfolded, how what they did to her.
But the defense called Lanijah's credibility as a witness into question after she testified she and Jalen both took drugs and were drunk during that alleged confession.
So what?
But the prosecution defended it.
So what?
So what he's basically asking you to do, Your Honor, is just go off of what this young lady said, who, again, was high when she did this.
That information could have only come from somebody who was present when it happened. And that
Exactly.
lends
Don't
her
try
testimony,
it. Exactly.
Credibility.
Look at Casey.
And
Like,
in the end, the
fuck
judge
outta here.
approved those new charges,
Eye for
and
an
the
eye,
case moves
legit.
on.
First degree murder, that's good enough for me.
In Inkster, Brett Cast, 7 News, Detroit.
Yeah.
AI toolkit is
17 years old, man. Don't be having your head down now, homeboy. You know what you did. You was dead wrong for that. Asking his mother. And then what is the mother getting into a fight with a 17-year-old like that? And then tying her up? Are you crazy? And then going to tell him to go in there and get angry and finish her off. Oh my God, I want to pray for the soul of London Thomas, and I'm glad that we finally got some closure for the family. I want to pray for everybody who was involved in this tragic event that made it happen. I'm sorry, not made it happen, but made the solutions come to where everybody found out what was going on. The detectives, all of the people in the law enforcement, because that's the only way we got to the bottom of this. I want to pray for her love and want to hope that she went up in heaven, Lord. Amen. Sad situation right there. Terrible situation for a damn 17-year-old. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to go over to Queens now, where we got a stranger that grabs a 13-year-old boy in Queens and makes some lewd remarks. Yeah, we got some crazy stuff going on everywhere, y'all. Got to watch the kids out here. I'm telling you, watch the kids.
A simple walk to school for a 13-year-old boy in his own neighborhood turned into a terrifying experience when he encountered this man. It was Thursday morning here on 76th Street in Elmhurst. Police say the man grabbed the boy by his arm and made lewd statements. Sources say a bystander stepped in to help the child, and that's when the man ran off. Police were able to get surveillance video of the man from a nearby subway station. We showed the video to people who live in the neighborhood.
This is not good. Like, you know, it's really bad. If the kid's given, you know, now what's going to happen to our kid if my kid is walking from here?
This father tells Pix 11 News hearing about what happened is very concerning.
Okay, it's a lot of crazy things that's going on around here. You just have to be careful. I always advise the parents to hold on to their kids, you know?
Neighbors can't imagine the emotional impact on the child involved and fear the man responsible may target other children if he's not caught.
We have to take that person away from here.
The child was not physically hurt, but police need your help finding the person responsible. If you have any information on his whereabouts, the man you saw in the piece, call Crime Stoppers. The number's right there. It's 800-577-TIPS.
Sunday. Oh, boy. Too much with the kids, you guys. It's like you can't, when you got them walking on the streets by themselves. You got these crazy nut jobs that's been let out of prisons, brought here and illegal, just dumped in our cities and our states, and they walking around. But we wrong. We wrong for wanting them off the streets, and we're wrong for wanting more police. We're wrong for that. That's crazy right there. I don't understand how they're starting to make it bad that you want good things for yourself and your family and safety. That's not much. I want to pray for the family. I want to say thank you to the Lord, because we don't only pray for bad things, we pray for good. And we want to say thank you for there nothing that came to negativity for that boy. And hopefully he learned more out of the situation and he can teach other kids the same way. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We don't play that game with the kids, because I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. That was my joint right there. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. That was the joint right there, boy. Let's keep on moving forward right now, because we got some funky information about not Epstein, but Hillary Clinton, because that's what's taking over that chapter right now. Not exactly Epstein, but Hillary and Bill when it comes to the Epstein files. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's see what we got for you and the kitty over here, because yeah, it's time to talk about this. Let's get some information from the Clintons, as well as what really goes on with what happened with Bill and Hillary. Let's see if I can just pull this back just a little bit here. Let's go.
And we should do everything we can to, because accusation is nothing but that, to prove it false if it's untrue. Jeffrey Epstein was a rapist, pedophile, sex trafficker. In street parlance, he was a scumbag, lowlife, and slimeball. And some of the things that I've read in these files, he was evil incarnate.
That was a real, I'm talking, he dropped it right there. He said every part of it, what it could be. Who's that right there? Is that Sky? Thank you so much. Member for 6 months. Thank you so much, Sky. I appreciate you for loving us, and we love you too. Thank you. Everybody give Sky some love for getting that 6 months membership. Do the same thing that Sky's doing, y'all. Let's go. Let's get it going.
He's also dead. I didn't even know who he was until he wasn't.
True.
So why are we here talking about a dead guy?
I didn't know who he was either.
Because he was associated with powerful people, some of which are highly likely to have participated with him in some of the worst kind of criminal activity. And if they did, they should pay. They should face justice. Whether they're rich or poor, famous or anonymous, mighty or meek. So is that what we're doing today? Are we pursuing justice and transparency? Because transparency makes an easier and shorter path to the truth. We should be pursuing the truth. But some on this committee and in this Congress are pursuing fame and campaign fortune and exploiting this issue, not in the pursuit of justice, but in the pursuit of raising hundreds of thousands of dollars using a false premise as a battering ram. Jeffrey Epstein, and here's the false premise, that Epstein was a creature of the political right and they're protecting him, and he was pounding around with Donald Trump and those in his orbit. And that's why the Republicans won't release the files. Now that's incendiary, but is it true? Or is it just a cheap, woke fantasy? Well, here's the facts, and the facts matter, so let's look at tail of the tape. How many confirmed visits to the White House? Under Bill Clinton, there were 17. Jeffrey Epstein visited the Clinton White House 17 times. How many times did he visit the Donald Trump White House? 0. How about documented political donations? 21,000 to the Clintons, 0 to Trump. Documented non-Clinton political contributions, 118,000 to the Dems, 18,000 to the GOP, for a total of 89% to the Democrats and the Clintons, 11% to the GOP. Now to the matter at hand. Epstein files released by the oversight Democrats from 2019 to 2023 when they were in charge of this committee, 0. Epstein released files by the oversight Republicans from 2023 to present, 53,000 pages. Epstein files released by the Biden Department of Justice in the 4 years he was in office, again, 0. Epstein files released by the Trump DOJ, 2025 to present, 125,000 pages. And a member of this committee completely jumped the shark again. And right after Charlie Kirk was assassinated by a left-wing loon, and it was a time where we really need to turn down the temperature and practice some civility, said, and I quote, "Republicans have been so busy protecting pedophiles and rapists that they forgot what this committee is supposed to be about." Well, I tell you what this committee is supposed to be about, Mr. Chairman, about transparency and truth. And on this matter, the Republicans have led, and we produced results. And the
Okay, that's what's called bringing the receipts right there. No matter what, you can't get mad when the man got the receipts, unless you got receipts to debunk what he just said. Do me a favor, double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up, you guys. I hope you appreciate the show. It's Purple Sunday. Come on now. Let's go, you guys. Let's have a good one. Let's keep on moving forward, because now we got to get on over to this woman. Oh, man. I think this is the one that got, yeah, she was posing as an immigration attorney in Florida. They never fail us for content. Thank you, Florida, for always coming through. And thank you guys for all of the love that you're sharing. I solely appreciate it. But let's get those likes up. If you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? And become a member. If you really want to become a member, just like we just had a new member come for 6 months. And we so appreciate that, you guys. Also, do me a favor, hit that notification bell. It's right there. It's a bell right there. Yeah. Hit it. This way you know we're on. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Not just for me, but for the stories. Let's keep on moving over to Florida. Let's get this done, you guys. This is kind of crazy right here. They never fail us with the content. Let's go.
A woman accused of posing as an immigration attorney and allegedly taking thousands of dollars from South Florida families is in jail tonight. And one of her accusers has come forward. CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor is your reporter live in Doral with
got
her
fake
warning
police,
for others.
fake ICE agents. Now we got fake lawyers.
Yes, Lauren, according to the victim, that woman who posed as an immigration attorney would only take as a payment cash, money order, or Zelle if and when it was sent to someone else's phone, not hers. So the victim said that made her a bit suspicious, but she still gave her the benefit of the doubt. Well, that woman is now in jail. Yamila Medero says that 50-year-old Maria de Lourdes Van Canegen is now where she deserves to be, at this Miami-Dade jail known as TGK. Miami police says Medeiros is the latest victim of fraud committed.
How the hell are you going to believe that she a lawyer? A lawyer where?
By Van Canegen.
Le entregué un money order de $1,440.
I gave her a money order for $1,440. Medero's husband had been detained by immigration authorities after showing up to an appointment with ICE. According to Mederos, the defendant says she could get him out of the detention center and process a U.S. residence for him.
Low down, dirty. Oh, man.
Did you think at any moment, let me make sure that she is an attorney?
No.
No, I was also going through a desperate moment. Someone I know spoke highly of her. I believed her. She told police weeks went by and the woman would not return her calls. So Mederos went to the police.
She has approximately 89 charges of fraud. And out of those 89, 12 have been convictions. We do a photo lineup, show her the lady, and she says, yep, that's her.
When Miami police filed an arrest form, they discovered the defendant was already at the Miami-Dade jail.
We do our investigation and find out that Miami Beach had arrested her in September for fraud for the same thing.
Maria Van Canegen. Added charges.
This Friday, she was supposed to be at bond court. The defendant declined to show up.
We've seen her many times before. Another fraud screen. Count one is $2,500. Count two is $2,500.
Miami police believe there are more victims.
In the city of Miami, we don't ask you, are you a legal resident? Are you illegally here? If you're a victim of a crime from this lady or anyone else, and you come to the city of Miami, we will treat you as such.
Medeiros says she is aware she will not get her money back, but she is relieved this woman is...
Oh yeah, you ain't getting that back. You can forget about that. She used that for whatever D-rugs or whatever, some of that stupid looking mascara she got on her face. Maybe that's how she looked, like an old cat lady or something like that. How you gonna believe old cat lady face is the one that's gonna be able to help you get somebody out of jail? But a desperate time, desperate measures. I guess she said, you know what? She probably had a little pantsuit or something on. Went over there and got her for her $1,500. Damn shame. Keep on catching people for their money in a time of distress. You don't do that. But let me tell you something. That's when scammers really try to get you. When you're down and you're not really thinking about stuff and you're all discombobulated, the other ones do the same thing. A scammer that'll skills name you out of money will tell another skills namer about you after they made money off of you. That's right. I can't get no money off of him. Here goes some info right here. And that same person will just keep working them until they can keep getting money out of them. That's why we got to protect our elders, because I know people that used to do that. Like, how you got this person sending you money? Just keep on moving forward, you guys, and just be careful about situations like that. We got to stay in Florida right now because we got the police that arrested 3 people in connection with the demise of the defensive back. Remember Mr. Fitzgerald? I got to be careful when I talked about this, but what I want to say is this. Be careful anytime you use an Airbnb, anytime you go to a new neighborhood or something like that, because you never know who's watching you. And nowadays, people are hungry for money. Check this situation out right here. I don't know if this is the reason why he lost his life, but it's pretty tragic. I want you guys to see this situation right here about Bryce Fitzgerald.
A break in the case after the University of Miami defensive back Bryce Fitzgerald was robbed at gunpoint.
It happened earlier this month while he was attending a party at an Airbnb in Florida City. Local 10's Roy Ramos is live from the jail in West Miami.
Same thing that they did to a bunch of the other NFL players. When they know that you're not home, they'll try to rosemab your house. Crazy stuff going on with the players. You guys see we've been following that with Shador.
Miami-Dade.
And I know you have some details about the arrest in this case. Fill us in.
Yeah, Christy and Eric, you may remember we told you about this alleged armed robbery just days before the National College Championship game, while Bryce Fitzgerald unfortunately came up short in that victory, a small victory for that player, as the suspects in his alleged armed robbery are now behind bars. We'll show you what these suspects look like. You are looking at the mugshot of 19-year-old Terrell Lipscomb. He is one of 3 suspects Florida City Police said robbed Miami Hurricanes defensive back Bryce Fitzgerald. The alleged robbery all happening at an Airbnb off Northwest 7th Street just before 3 in the morning. In the arrest report we obtained, it states Lipscomb, 20-year-old Rasheem Lipscomb, and 17-year-old Javarius Wright stormed into that rental unit wearing all black and armed with AK-47s and pistols, took a chain and 2 bracelets from the victim valued at $53,000. Fitzgerald told investigators he was able to run away through a backsliding glass door, but ultimately it was a witness who was able to identify Lipscomb and his alleged accomplices, who have all been arrested. Now, Terrell Lipscomb is facing a charge of armed robbery. As for the other 2 suspects in this case, right now we're working to find out what charges they will face. As soon as we get those details, we will be sure to let you know.
Be all happy going live at the new spot. Oh, I'm at the Airbnb, y'all. You know about this performance is going on. Y'all come through, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you got people over there licking their chops like, what was that at? Rewind that, pause that. I know where that street is at. Oh, they over on such and such. Oh, okay. Okay, I see where they at. Same situation with Pop Smoke, the rapper that lost his life being inside of an Airbnb. They said that they saw the address of the Airbnb when they went live, and they were able to go out to the hills of Hollywood, and that's where he lost his life at. So luckily, this is just a robbery right here. Keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's double tap that screen right now, because we got to keep on moving forward, because we got this body camera footage of this situation that went down with this police officer in Long Beach. Double tap that screen, you guys. Somebody said, can we get 300 likes? I'm asking too. Can we get 400? Let's get some more likes going over here.
I'm gonna tase him.
Newly released body cam video showing the arrest of a Customs and Border Patrol agent.
Mike Rogers, you worked for weeks to get this video.
So Mike takes.
So he pulled out a weapon on somebody and thought it was going to be okay. And then he tried to throw it underground. Not all people are good. Even the Customs Patrol, police, as we see, we got these people out here acting like they feeding people, teachers. Can't trust nobody.
Take us through what it shows and the tragedy that follows.
Yeah, so this is Isaiah Hodgson. Isaiah Hodgson was a Customs and Border Protection agent, and he was involved in a controversial arrest of a 20-year-old U.S. citizen in a Walmart parking lot. That was Adrian Martinez. Now, the feds accused Martinez of getting involved in an operation, but during that takedown, Hodgson's face went viral. Now that's how we figured out who he was when this happened. Check out this video that we just got from the Long Beach Police Department. The Long Beach Police say that's Hodgson there in the white hat, white shirt. He had pulled out a gun, according to law enforcement, inside the women's restroom at a Yard House restaurant. This is a video from the parking lot when he encountered a security guard who later called 911. This is Hodgson, according to police, putting the gun down by a tree before he is encountered by officers. Now, this is a security camera from the Long Beach Police Department. Next, you'll see body camera video of when they tried to get Hodgson to surrender.
Sidewalk. Hey, don't wait for anything. Get on the ground. Sir, get on the ground. Dude, are you guys stupid? Get on the ground. I'm thinking. All right, well, get on the ground. Get on the ground. I'm gonna tase him. You fight those people. Get on the ground. Dude, are you stupid? Get on the ground. I got him.
That's obviously the lengthy struggle that occurred between Hodgson and the Long Beach Police Department. Now, during that struggle, you heard him say, I'm BP, I'm BP. We believe that to mean Border Patrol. Later, when he would be in a patrol car, he began asking for a Border Patrol commander called Greg Bovino. Obviously, they didn't do that at the time, but they did start to go through the gun that they found on him, later found with the tree, which you see right here. When they're talking about the gun, they say it has DHS in front of the serial number, and then officers on scene quickly learn that he's a Customs and Border Protection agent. Later, when he is at the jail, he is having a conversation with an officer about his work as a CBP agent.
You made a mistake.
No, I made more than one mistake, man. Everybody hates me here. Do you know how many people are after me over here in Los Angeles?
I know.
It doesn't mean no, you don't know. You know what the word dox is? DOXXED,
No, what is
dude. Dox. Have you ever had people stand up at your parents' house because you're over here in Los Angeles doing everything, dude? That's the I am, dude. I'm sorry. So many people hate us, dude.
Now, Hodgson would eventually be booked into jail. He was later released, and while he was out on bail awaiting his court hearings, he died in a home in Riverside. Now, the Riverside County coroner has not officially determined his cause of death, but tonight the Long Beach Post, who first posted this video, reports that his attorney said in open court that he died of a drug overdose. His family is expected in court in the coming months because his case has still not officially been closed. They may speak at that hearing, and if they do, we will attempt to be there so long as the judge lets us. Guys?
If that's the situation, we've already learned in the past that case is going to be suspended and thrown out because there's no longer a person that they can charge. They're not going to keep moving forward with a case with some situation like that. I don't know if you guys heard prior to what they said about him losing his life, but what he said was, you don't understand what it's like being doxxed. You don't understand what it's like having people stand outside of your family's homes. You don't understand what it's like, being here in Los Angeles, basically deployed to do this job. Man was going through a lot of stress, and a lot of people, everybody can't take the same amount of stress. People can't take the stress of being a star. People can't take the stress of being in a major city. A lot of people can't take different stresses, and sometimes they implode. A situation like that happened with him, where he wound up sadly losing his life. Still want to pray for this for him. It's nothing negative that came out of the situation where anybody lost their lives but him. Want to pray for his soul and his family, and hopefully other officers that are going through situations like this can get some help and try to reach out. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because this is one of the most prolific drivers of crime in the city. Want you guys to see about this person right here. I'm talking about over 89 charges. And he's only like, 18 years old? If that. Check this out, you guys. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. We got some more information coming from you out of Memphis, Tennessee. Can I get them likes? Let's get those likes up. It helps get more people over here. I ain't trying to hit your pockets because I got a little bit of coffee and Bustelo in the kitchen. But I would appreciate if we can get those likes up. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
A career criminal, a violent repeat offender, one of the most prolific drivers of crime in this city. All ways Memphis police described
right now stealing from inside that car at a dealership, and one of the salesmen came out to stop him, pulled out the AK on him.
19-year-old who was arrested yesterday. Fox 13 has learned Kimon Bledsoe's criminal history goes back years despite his young age. Fox 13's Choice Grant has the details.
Bledsoe was arrested after a high-speed chase, but he has a long list of criminal history.
A significant criminal history for this 19-year-old. Essentially, he has been convicted of 9 prior felonies, which under Tennessee law characterizes you as what's known as a career offender. To have that status as a 19-year-old is extremely alarming.
19-year-old Kimon Bledsoe is in custody again after leading Memphis police on a high-speed chase Wednesday. Bledsoe's adult criminal history dates back to 2023 when he stole a car. But police say his crimes kept going. They say the following summer he stole 3 cars within a month, including from a dealership. Video from one of those thefts shows him and another person breaking into 2 cars and flashing a weapon at employees at the dealership. His 9 felony convictions for car thefts, gun possession, and robbery, and more got him suspended sentences and 8 years probation. Prosecutors are working to revoke his suspended sentence on his previous crimes and send him to prison. MPD Investigative Counsel Forrest Edwards says Bledsoe was in custody for 416 days. Edwards says it took him 12 days of freedom to commit a new crime.
Is now back in custody after being apprehended by the Memphis Police Department Fugitive Unit yesterday. So as a timeline of events, December 31st, he's arrested. Before we can even go to court, he posts a bond of $25,000, immediately goes on the run. Yesterday, we apprehended him. We made immediate notification to prosecution that he was apprehended. He's currently being held without bond.
Edwards said Bledsoe has been on MPD's radar for a while. Fox 13 went through court records when Bledsoe was
straight menace. He's just like a menace. Like, it was ridiculous with this kid.
Arrested just months after his 18th birthday. Police wrote Bledsoe has a long history of motor vehicle theft.
2024, when he went on a one-man crime spree. We charged him with charges ranging from aggravated assault to aggravated robbery.
At the time of Bledsoe's arrest, officers also recovered 2 firearms, one with an AR-style pistol and the other with an illegal Glock switch. One of the firearms was stolen. In downtown Memphis, Choice Grant, Fox 13 News.
Oh boy, let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Yeah, because I got it for you. I told you it's going to get crazy on this show today. Told you it was going to get crazy. That's why I want you guys. I'm saying, I'm not asking for much. Likes are free. You ain't got to spend no money on a like. Just hit that 3 dots right there. Hit that like button. Or if you're feeling really good, subscribe to the channel. Become a member. Hit the notification bell down there so that you know when we're on, which is every day at 6 o'clock until we're done. We got to get on over to this doorbell camera video that shows the Miami Gardens where the police officer pow. And yeah, this man lost his life. Pretty tragic right here, you guys. Sad situation in Miami.
We are getting a look at new videos showing the moments a man was shot and killed by police. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is now taking over this investigation. CBS News Miami's Steve Majuri is your reporter in Miami Gardens as police say the man was experiencing a mental health crisis.
A neighbor's doorbell camera caught the moments a Miami Gardens police officer came into their house with his gun drawn.
Police actually went in our house with his gun out. And I'm like, hold on, you in the wrong house.
Seconds later, the officer leaves.
He just came out. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
Police were looking for the house where an officer-involved shooting happened on 182nd Street on Friday. Investigators say police shot a 33-year-old man after responding to a call for a man in crisis. This neighbor didn't want her face shown and says she heard the gunshots and says she doesn't know the family, but knows of them.
We don't really speak to each other, but they could be.
And the neighbor says she just met the man who was shot hours earlier.
Yeah, that kind of messed me up a little bit.
Miami Gardens police told us Friday that they're still looking into whether more than one officer fired their weapon in this incident. Police have also not yet released the name of the man that was shot.
They saw this person that had a weapon. There was potentially another person that was on the scene that they saw fit that they needed to protect that person that was on the scene.
Miami Gardens police and FDLE worked late into the night Friday. They even brought in a mobile command center as they tried to figure out exactly what led up to this shooting. FDLE is leading the investigation, which is standard practice when an officer fires their weapon.
All right, you guys, like you know, we always do try to follow it with all the stories. So we're going to follow it with that one and see where that winds up taking us. Keep on moving forward now to Los Angeles. So we got 7 in a jewelry store. 7 thieves in a jewelry store got caught over in Orange County. And they look like some real thunterdunts right here too. But hey, sometimes, I don't know. Let's go.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Carolyn Johnson. Our top story tonight, that smash and grab robbery that led to multiple car crashes in Orange County. We have new video just into our newsroom from a passing driver of the crash that happened at Euclid and Malvern Avenue in Fullerton. NBC4's Macy Jenkins is live in Anaheim for us to walk us through how this all unfolded. Macy.
Well, Carolyn, incredibly, it all happened this afternoon in broad daylight. A band of thieves broke into this jewelry store behind me, and stole $750,000 worth of jewelry. Then they botched their own getaway within 15 minutes, crashing in 2 separate locations. You almost have to see it to believe it. An SUV plowing into the classic jewelers in Anaheim Hills at 2:30 Friday afternoon.
It was the scariest thing in my life.
Crazy,
That's
I told y'all.
Ramsey Tabello scrambling out of the way.
And when it first happened, I thought somebody was having a medical emergency. Perhaps they stepped on the gap.
Come on now, y'all gotta double tap that screen to get those likes up. We do this every single day. Again, if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on, let's get the likes up. Let's get them up, get them up, get them up, get them up. Give me those likes. You're not gonna get this anywhere else in this sequence. Come on, with the #1 chat, stop it.
Gas instead of the accelerator.
But then the car reversed.
2 getaway vehicles pulled up, and about 8 to 10 people ran into the store.
Pop, pop, pop.
Surveillance video shows several people dressed in black hoodies, ski masks, and gloves, armed with crowbars as they smashed the glass cases holding the jewelry.
I had yelled, "Get out, get out, I have a gun, I have a gun, get out."
Use it.
I hope that would have done something, but they looked at my gun and ran to it, grabbed my gun. So once they grabbed my gun, I thought I might get shot. I ran for my life into my office.
His colleague took this video on his cell phone as the crew scooped an estimated $750,000 worth of jewelry into trash cans and backpacks before speeding off.
But karma got them quick.
Both cars headed west, and according to Anaheim PD, both crashed in 2 separate locations in Fullerton, 9 and 11 miles away from the jewelry store. Neither car was being pursued by police at the time. Just 8 minutes after the break-in, one getaway car struck multiple vehicles.
No police officers were following them at all. That was their own thunterduness.
At Lemon and Orangethorpe.
The driver of that vehicle was quickly apprehended as he attempted to flee from the vehicle.
A few minutes later, an Anaheim PD helicopter spotted the second getaway car and watched it collide with multiple cars at Euclid and Malvern.
Watched it. Didn't even engage.
Police say a total of 7 thieves were detained at both scenes, and they're still searching for one more. We spotted officers recovering several rings and earrings from one of the cars.
So we're hoping that we get it all back.
Tabello relieved no one was hurt, with a message for any wannabe copycats.
It's not worth it. You're gonna ruin the small business owner's life, and you're gonna ruin your own life.
Now, Anaheim police say multiple people were transported to the hospital with minor to moderate injuries after those collisions. The front door and entrance here have been boarded up by a private company. Police are investigating this entire ordeal, but have not released information about the ages or identities of the thieves.
So they get their jewelry back, right? They get the insurance from the front to fix the front of the establishment, and then they could start talking about the diamonds and the bracelets that were lost that they never were able to recover. You know what I'm talking about, right? The diamonds, that brooch, The one that we had just got, that we had on consignment. Yeah, that expensive brooch that we don't have anymore. The one for $3.5 million. That one. Yeah. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Insurance gonna be like, yeah, buddy, good try. Don't even try it. Sit on it, your slice of pizza and be quiet. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up because we're gonna go over to San Francisco. This is probably a very lone wolf sort of a story. Why would Bugatti play this? Why? Because I feel for the little guy. I love animals, and you know what? He made it happen, and Lord knows where he's at and what he's doing right now. We got a coyote. That's right, a coyote who swam all the way from San Francisco to Alcatraz. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen for Purple Sunday. Let's get it in.
That if we just told you the headline, you probably would not believe us. And
Crazy.
The focus is Mother Nature, who we know is capable of some pretty interesting things. A coyote decided to take a swim to Alcatraz, of all places. Now, seeing coyotes in San Francisco, while it might feel a little jolting or jarring when it happens, it's pretty normal. They are all over town. This coyote was watching runners in Golden Gate Park, pretty much unfazed, just hanging out. And maybe a less likely place downtown. They have coyotes too. This one was walking around the financial district. But this is way, way weirder. This video of the coyote swimming to Alcatraz is going viral, and why wouldn't it? It's apparently the first time anyone's actually documented a coyote making its way to the rock. Our Amanda Harry heard from an expert about why it might have happened.
And we have people who
Video of a lone coyote swimming in the bay, its head bobbling above the water as it makes its way to Alcatraz Island.
Astonished, of course.
A friend sent Janet Kessler the video. She's a self-taught naturalist who has been documenting coyote behavior in San Francisco for about 20 years. In that time, she's never seen a video like this one. He crawls out of the water and struggles to get his footing once on the rocks.
He can barely make it. He is depleted. He is shivering. He is cold.
Coyotes can be found on nearby Angel Island. This is a video from August of one swimming around the island. But this is the first time one has been documented on Alcatraz. The coyote likely swam over a mile to get there. Kessler believes the animal may have felt interspecies population pressure in the city, and it needed to find new territory.
This one probably was pushed around by other territorial owners and decided that he could make this trip. So he attempted it and he made it.
It's still unknown if he survived the first night on the island, but she thinks he had the resources to do so.
There are banana slugs, there are rats, there are mice, there are birds, there's plenty for him to eat. And although there's no running water, there has been a lot of rain, and so there are big puddles lying around. So in that sense, he would be able to make it.
A man who works on Alcatraz shared the video on Facebook. He says it was given to him by a tourist. Kessler believes they did the right thing by keeping their distance.
Leave the coyote alone, because this is it doing what it does best.
After 2 decades studying the species, Kessler has learned they can adapt to many environments. Some have lived in San Francisco.
Okay. Now we know about coyotes, yeah. But I just like, you know what it was about that to me? It was the mission and the way that the little guy wouldn't give up and the way that he kept on pushing and he kept on trying to get to Alcatraz. Why he wanted to go to Alcatraz? I have no idea. They said he was probably trying to get away from some bullies. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. It ain't over. It ain't over. Thought you ain't like the beat. Ow, groove me. It ain't over, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to get on over to Houston. We got this man that's been charged in a hotel bear spray attack. He just keeps on getting in these attacks. I don't know what's going on with them. Let me show you what's going on with this situation here, you guys. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. We still in it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Now to a bizarre case we've been following since last night. A man accused of using bear spray on a man in the lobby of a downtown hotel. As we follow this story throughout the day, we learn this is not the first bear spray-related allegation the suspect faces. ABC 13's Maya Shea live downtown. And Maya, you spoke with another victim who says she was sprayed last year.
That's right. This is a strange one. First of all, we have since learned, of course, that the suspect in this case, Robert Glasscock, is accused of using bear spray on a hotel contractor inside the lobby of the Club Quarters Hotel in downtown last night. But we have also learned he's facing 2 additional charges of very similar incidents last year. One allegedly happened inside the Best Buy in the Galleria area, and then he's also charged with attacking 2 women at a Kroger in the Heights area. One of those women spoke to us today. Robert Edward Glasscock is accused of using bear spray on a Club Quarters hotel contractor on Wednesday night. Police say he stayed at the hotel for at least several weeks. But we have learned last November, Glasscock allegedly walked by Brittany Harris and sprayed her when she was about to walk into this Kroger on Studemont.
I said, "What did you spray on me?" But I was cursing. But it started getting like stronger and stronger. And he just turned around and he looked at me and he shrugged his shoulders and went into the store.
Court records show Glasscock allegedly groped a second woman once inside the Kroger. That woman quickly grabbed her phone and took this video of Glasscock, which helped investigators identify him.
That was scary because I didn't know what it was and it lingered forever and I was traumatized. Like now I like jump like reactively, like anytime someone comes around me or anything like that.
Records show Glasscock was also accused of spraying an employee at a gallery at Best Buy last August. Neighbors at his longtime Montrose home says he began acting erratically over the past year and moved to a hotel several months ago. They also point to his postings on Facebook, in which Glasscock shows a camera outside of a hotel room and says the hotel asked him to remove it for the privacy of other guests. Yeah, so a lot of unusual and strange facts. People who've lived next to Glasscock for the past 15 years or so told me today that they don't know quite how to make all of this, especially all these charges within the last year. We are expecting Glasscock to make his initial court appearance sometime later tonight, and perhaps by then we will learn more details.
I gotta tell you one thing. I'll be mad myself if my name was Glasscock. What the hell is that? Who named Nick? Oh, boy, that's his last name. So sorry, you guys. I had to get you back up in the chat. Sometimes I lose you in the chat over here on this other on my laptop, and I'm not able to see what you guys are saying. So yeah, that's crazy right there, Mr. Glasscock. What the hell, Glasscock? Well, what's your name, Michael? What? Nah, boo, I'm not interested. What's your name? He ain't gonna get no rhythm with a name like that. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got this grief-stricken widow. Sadly, the situation is like she was such in love with her husband that, you know, some people, it's really hard to let go. And when you let go, you lose a lot. We rely on each other in our lives as well as in our olden age, especially when we live with each other if you're married. Sad situations happen when people lose their loved ones and their spouses and they just can't get it together by themselves. But it's also beautiful when people can step in and help. Just double tap that screen to get those likes up. Y'all know where we're going with this. We're going to keep this story going on with this grief-stricken widow who was basically sleeping at the grave site of her husband because she couldn't afford to stay anywhere. You guys, throughout all the craziness that's going on, we can still find sanity in what? Somebody already typed it right there. Sanity in humanity. That's right, you guys. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. Come on, let's make sure we get 400 before we get out of here today. And again, it ain't over. We got to keep on moving forward, you guys, because I got something for you. I know what you're thinking, like, wait a minute, he's going pretty hard today. Yes, I am. I am not playing today. We got to get on over to this grief-stricken deer. I mean, they got a deer that's stuck on the ice. We got to save him. This one lady decided, you know what? I'm going to be heroic and I'm going to go save this deer. And luckily she did, because Lord knows what would have happened to this deer right here who was stuck. This is humanity right here. And it comes to a point where the deer is scared, but what you going to do? You got to help him. Freezes in fear as she tries to help. She's badly tangled inside of that fence. She probably tried to hop the fence and got caught up in it. And when the woman touches her front legs, it clearly hurts. They said the rescuer stays calm, working step by step. She is very calm when she's doing this. And and she's working with pliers. It's removed now. That's like a wire mesh fence, and it seems like it's been built there to prevent them from coming over there. As long as she ain't biting you on the butt, you all right. The woman is struggling to keep her steady. Hopefully she don't break a leg doing this, because you know what happens when that happens. And she wants to carry her out of there to make sure she don't get stuck again. Luckily, she was able to help the little thing get back to safety. Oh boy, but how about the person that put that fence there? Now that I'm thinking about it, could you find a better way, a better fence, maybe a wood fence or something like that? You know, fencing a different way. I know it's a little more expensive, but if you know wildlife and deer and animals are gonna be out there, how about making sure that you make sure that nobody gets stuck out there hurt? How about that? Would that be okay? Still got a little bit more. Anybody like tigers? Anybody like tigers and lions and bears and tigers? Oh my, check out this tiger who was at a rescue from A to Z now. He clings to his favorite giant red ball. Let's go. It's Purple Sunday, extended version.
He loves playing in the water. He was so happy, having so much fun. Like a big excited child chasing a ball in a swimming pool. Marrow is a pretty calm, joyous tiger. He loves to float and chill out. Considering the life he'd lived prior to rescue, it's so much fun to see him enjoying his life.
That's pretty cool, right?
Marrow was born in Phuket Zoo and stayed there for the first 2 years of his life. Bred and born into captivity to be used as a tourist photo prop, kept in deplorable conditions. Really, really small, rundown enclosures, no enrichment, no trees to climb, basically nothing. We've spent a good few months trying to prepare to secure the freedom of the tigers and bears from Phuket Zoo. Marrow was in pretty okay health considering where he came from. He was put in a transport crate and then onto the rescue truck.
Double tap that screen, get those likes up, you guys. Hit that notification bell, become a member.
He didn't know, but it was his new forever home. Marrow ran straight out of the door, running through the grass, playing, diving in his pools, scratching on the trees. He just played and played and played. He soon realised that this is a safe place where he can feel secure and happy. Tigers love water. Giving any rescued wild animals a better life brings me a sense of purpose. To see the joy on their faces, it's priceless. It is.
I don't know about y'all, but seeing them play with that big red ball like that'll make you feel like it's okay to go play with them. Like, oh my God, you're so cute. Make you forget that's still a tiger. And if you guys are trying to make some money on this Purple Sunday, all you gotta do is hit that link in the description. Fill out 2 surveys and you'll make up to $750, right? You guys, you'll make some money and I'll make some money too. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Become a member right now. Hit hit that notification bell so that you know we're on. We are still and reigning supreme at #1 on YouTube from 6 o'clock until we done our. Y'all know how it is. Nothing else better than Our Bottom Line. Couldn't do it by myself. I need the chat. I need my co-host. I need my family and my people in order to make this happen. And yes, you guys, y'all know what we're about to say, right? You're trying to get some promo done. You got a business, trying to get your business out there. We almost got 70,000 subscribers. Well, not 70, probably about 64, 65, but we're getting there. And guess what? If you're trying to get in front of some more people, we're going to help you, especially if you're a member and especially if you're subscribed already. All you need to do is send over your promotions to us. That's right, but it has to be in a 1080 by 1080 size frame in order to fit in the post notification area. That's right, you guys. It's got to be 1080 by 1080 or it's not going to fit. Where are you going to send them to? bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Again, that's bridge, like the Brooklyn Bridge. This, like that, but this. llc@gmail.com. I'll get your promos. As long as you're subscribed or a member, I'll put them up so everybody can see it. Hope you guys are going to stick in with me because we're getting this right. We're still working on the finalizations of the camera. Once we get a couple more stands, we're going to be ready to go. And then we're going in the green screen and we're really going tearing it up, you guys. That's right. Our Bottom Line, the #1 show right now currently on YouTube at 6 o'clock in the morning. And we're very proud of that. And what are we about to tell you guys about? That's right. The Show Your Talent Search. That's me right there. And that's Big Drip Hard Punch. They're presenting that Show Your Talent Search. That's going to be in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. And next month, we're going to be looking for locations so that you guys can show us your talent. Come on out. Come to the locations. Taste. Got to be 21 and older. If you can't come on out to Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, or Staten Island, we have an opportunity for you to go live right here. Press the button and you, boom, can make $250. After we get 5 different people together, group or people, we're going to be able to put everybody against each other. And that's the grand finale right there. Whoever wins is going to walk away with $1,000. That's right, you guys. It's the Big Drip Hard Punch Show Your Talent Search, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. Again, you want to be a part of the talent show? All you got to do is go over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's 2 G's, 2 P's. Go to the first page. Put your email address right inside the email slot. We'll keep you guys updated on where we're going to be, what we're going to be doing. And you know my DJ is going to be there. That's my DJ. That's my DJ. DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew. We turn up. Just make sure you guys are 21 and older because it is an alcoholic drink. That's right. It's got alcohol in it. And that's right, you guys. It's Purple Sunday. We have a fantastic show and we had a good one. But you know, we can't get out of here before we say those prayers. So we got to get those prayers up in the air. It's got a lot of snow out there, a lot of temperatures going on, a lot of marks and a lot of crazy stuff happening. So we got to make sure that we cover each other with that love and those prayers and make sure that our families are straight, make sure they're going to be secure in our health, care about them as well as our animals and everybody out there. Let's have a safe and phenomenal day, everybody, and let's remain healthy with a good mind and an open spirit. That's right, you guys. Who we praying for right now? We got Audrey. I see Terry. Who's that? Chris. Okay, I see Shannon. Who else I see? Audrey. That's right, Brian. Okay, Batty Lynn. Still Derek. Okay, Terry. How you doing, Terry? Who that is? Rebecca Lanyen Bueno. How you doing, Brian? Audrey. Who's that? Winter? Who's that? Who else is that? Jeffrey Spilker. How you doing, bro? Glad you could come in for Purple Sunday. Hope you enjoyed the show. I really do. Who else we got up in there? Miss Swanza. Thank you so much. And like I said, your keychain is on the way, love. And thank you guys, everybody here, for coming in, checking in for Our Bottom Line. Let's get a couple more in. We got Patrick, Larry, Chris. Okay, it's Khan. That's right. You guys, pray for you too. Amen. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere. My favorite day is tomorrow, Monday, because they got to pick up the phone. But we're going to get through this Purple Sunday, get out there and deal with what we got to deal with, even though it's snowing. That's how we do it, you guys. It's your boy, BOOGOTTINYC. Like I always tell you, could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me on Our Bottom Line on Purple Sunday, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, y'all know what it is. Get 'em. Peace. Gotta switch fists. Table too big. Table was too big. Sorry, guys. See y'all later.